my wife, who is my better half in a lot of ways, came into my office one morning while I was working and said, "Hey, Madison Shakespeare Company is auditioning for Twelfth Night. I think you said you liked that play. If you don't audition, I'm going to get mad at you." I've had about 4 of Shakespeare's plays running in my head, competing for my favorite play slot since I really started acting, and those are King Lear, Macbeth, Antony and Cleopatra, and Twelfth Night. And Twelfth Night usually is in one of the top 2 slots for me, just because it's such a varied and beautiful and ensemble cast, and there's so much for every part to do. And every time I've seen a production of Twelfth Night, I've just left in a fantastic mood, no matter what. What's driving the tension and driving the characters to evolve and go through their plots is themselves, really. It's misunderstandings and their own assumptions about what's happening in the world around them, and the stories they've told themselves to keep the world in harmony with their vision of what's going on around them. And it really isn't until they have those the scales, forcibly removed from their eyes, either through being flatly denied or through the magic of the stage reveal of the twins both being alive, that they realize, oh man, I've been looking at this all wrong. I gotta reevaluate, what does love mean to me? What does it mean to chase someone, to find a partner? And how does that fit in to how I want to live the rest of my life? For Duke Orsino in particular, I think that's a really big turning point when he can, turn around and say, maybe this love I've been chasing with Illyria isn't actually what I think love should be now. Petruchio is fantastic at clearing these obstacles, and although Viola needs to clear these obstacles, she has no power to do that. She has no power to clear those obstacles because the Duke Orsino is still so madly in love with Olivia. And until something happens to change that mindset for Orsino, he is treading water in this play, just desperately trying to make progress with a woman who doesn't love him. And I think he's an incredibly lucky person. He's an incredibly lucky lover, and that he shows his deepest romantic, most tender side, his deepest longings for Olivia to Viola without any risk in showing them. Because as far as he knows, Cesario is just one of his boys, one of the guys he hangs out with. And in that regard, he gets a double pass. He has a lover throwing herself at him, and he has no risk involved in showing her who he really is. So by the time the end of the play rolls around, it just takes him realizing he's a dummy and has made some mistakes and should maybe rethink how he approaches love to find the person who loves him and wind up happily ever after. Nirvana was a huge part of my growing up experience. My sister is 4 years older than me, and at that age, you got to be cool and listen to the cool bands. So Nirvana was always playing in my house. I was also recently playing a Disney playlist for my son to keep him occupied while I made him dinner, and some Aladdin songs and some Lion King songs came on, and those hit me right in the feels from when I was growing up, because those are the oldest Disney movies I remember. And that I was really surprised to hear that the Madison Shakespeare Company had not done anything related to Twelfth Night in its over a decade in operation here. I think overdue would be a hard word to use, because you do the plays that you want to do when you want to do them. But I think this is a great way to flesh out more of the canon for the company, because it's such an amazing ensemble cast, and when you have strong actors that want to come back time and time again to fill that ensemble, I'm honored to be able to join that ensemble. But it's going to be a fun play.